and working as a team. But this game is every player for themselves. I hope you're ready to play Monopoly!
Oh, sorry. Nah, can I be the Scotty dog?
What?
At home, I would be the Scotty dog, so I just want to be the Scotty dog for Larkins.
No, we assigned these roles ahead of time so we wouldn't have this exact conversation. Number 187 is the Scotty dog.
I literally don't care, dude.
He doesn't care, so I'll be Scotty dog.
Okay, fine. All right, you can be Scotty dog. All right.
Can I be Scotty Dog too?
There's only one Scotty dog.
Well, what am I going to be then?
You can be that silver hat.
Look at me, silver hat.
No, when you go around the board, you will be passing...
Are we doing free parking rule?
Yeah, free parking. We get the money in the middle.
Yeah, it makes it fun. It's like a lotto.
Yeah.
Whee!
No, free parking means free parking, not get money for free for no reason at all.
It's good, it's good.
Okay, fine, you can have free parking.
Thank you.
Now, as always, if you lose, you will be eliminated.
How do you lose Monopoly? Do you know what I mean? Like, I always thought it just kind of ended when everyone was, like, fighting. Or, like, it just get bored and you just kind of...
I'm bored. I'm bored right now.
Then you lose, I reckon.
Yeah.
No offence,
You're
but...
out.
Yeah, you're out, no offence.
no.
I think, ladies,
You
that
lost
you
it
can
all.
get him, actually, because he's out. So,
Yeah.
you can be Scotty Dog, though. Rest in peace. Hooroo.
Making me feel alive.
46,053. The most thoughtful gifts make the receiver feel like you know them. So today, I'm making a personalised gift for my assistant, Damien. Damien, come. Come. Drop. Ta-da!
What's that?
Pasta shoes. Because you told me you and your girlfriend were having a fight over her pasta shoes. So now you have your own pair.
Not pasta shoes, past issues.
Your Grace, with the greatest of respect, the time to act is now. The walls of Castle Blackhaven have been besieged by the false prince Janos Ryder, whilst every passing moment the Grand
Sorry,
Sires...
can I just stop you there? Which one are you? Which guy? There are a lot of guys, and I'm having trouble keeping up.
I am Sir Bratton Ehrenford, son of White Crow, keeper of the sacred fire.
Brett Ehrenford.
Nope.
Okay, so what's your thing? Could you, just in a sentence, please?
Well, I wish for troops to defend my land.
Yes, because your father was killed by your brother when he was trying to take over the throne.
Nah.
No.
Father, I believe you're thinking of Sir Ericford.
What? But then which one's this one?
Sir Ehrenford.
Is that? Also, while we're here, who are you?
Me?
Yes, I wasn't going to say anything, but I don't know who you are.
Well, I'm your daughter. That's why I called you father.
Really? You look very different to the last time I saw... And that is what's really difficult to follow about this whole show. Tell you what, could everybody do me a favour? Let's go around the room and say your name and whether you are a goodie or a baddie.
Or we could just cut to some boobs.
Fine.
A wise choice, my king.
Well, I'm the king.
Oh, wow. I can feel a deep connection already.
Me too. It's like we've got some sort of deep synchronicity.
Jinx. Snap. Jinx again.
Okay.
This is getting weird. I feel a profound emotional bond that transcends time and space. I love you. I love you too. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I'm just getting word from our experts that they've made a huge mistake. So we just scoot you out and bring in a better match. This is Mercedes.
Who's this tosspot?
Sorry, but can you bring the other bride in? I think we just had a better fit.
Not for the show, you're not.
Give us a smooch. Give us.
No.
Give us one smooch.
No.
Give us. Oh.
No.
Give us. Oh.
No.
Give us.
No.
Give it.
No.
Boy, have we been waiting a long time for this. Listen to the crowd. Look at the excitement.
The footy is back. Thursday night on 7 Mate.
Life is busy, and when you're juggling a million things at once, there's no time to stop. So when you start to experience a sore throat, whether it's a tickle or something more painful, reach for Difflam. It provides soothing relief for all stages of a sore throat. After all, Difflam is the #1 throat brand in pharmacy. Discover the Difflam range for a great price every day at Chemist Warehouse.
Pick deal 1, 2, or 3.
I love my Domino's jaw droppers.
From just $17, value sublime. 2 pizzas, 2 sides, hot delicious cheese, order with ease. Deal 2 for me, please.
I love my Domino's jaw droppers.
Love the freedom to holiday anywhere? Come to the Perth Caravan and Camping Show. Look for the guide to the hundreds of exhibitors in this weekend's West Australian. March 22nd to 26 at Claremont Showground. Book your ticket online now.
At Amplithon, we believe in personalisation.
Hi, Gary.
If I'm watching TV, I'll miss my phone or the doorbell ring.
I can set you up so you can receive calls right into your hearing aid. You can even connect them to a TV and doorbell with Bluetooth.
Now I've heard everything. I'll get it.
Now I've heard everything.
Tell us about your lifestyle and we'll customise a solution just for you. Book an appointment before March 31 and enjoy special Hearing Month offers. Call 13-MY-EARS today.
This is Sarah. She saved $221 when she switched her car insurance to Yui.
It's really hard to save now, so it's good. It makes a huge difference to the hip pocket.
Why not give Yui a try? Maybe you'll save like Sarah did. Yui. You insured.
This is Australia. This is Australia.
Colorbond, made by Australia.
Broome Beach Resort is the perfect place to stay, in the best location. Walking distance to all amenities, including Cable Beach. Beautiful manicured tropical gardens, solar heated pool, spacious 1, 2 and 3 bedroom self-catering apartments. Remember, broomebeachresort.com.
Your stories, your region. 24/7 local news delivered straight to your devices. Now even easier with Subscribe with Google. Visit westregional.com.au/subscribe or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe with Google today.
Can you give me a lift?
You don't even know this guy. Ava! Ava! I couldn't stop her. They took off.
Help. I'm scared I can't get away. This man has done something to her. He's a dead man.
Home and Away, weeknights on 7 and 7+.
Welcome to Millionaire Hot Seat. Let's meet tonight's contestants. Katrina Henderson is a psychic who already knows she's not going to win tonight. Penny Graham hates small talk and will be communicating tonight via blinking. Darren Dale wanted to try to get a stadium wave going. No dice, buddy. We're also joined by Ash Barnes, who thought she was on MasterChef. And finally, Marcus Kennedy, who never shows up on time. It's all killer, all filler. You're watching Australia's favourite reality show, Lip Island. There's some rules here on Lip Island. The clothes are small, the mic packs are visible, and above all else, the banter is wicked.
If he's a mate, he's not a mate. If he's a mate, he's a mate.
Wow, that banter is mental. 2 chilled glasses of sparkling banter, please, waiter.
Oh, gentlemen.
Cheers to the Archbishops of Banterbury.
Oh, here comes Corey with a cue.
So I think I know.
Yeah, Corey. Worst banter ever.
This is Murder on the Border.
If you don't tell us who you are working with, there is a strong chance that you will end up in prison.
And believe you me, you do not want to end up in a Scandinavian prison.
Have you ever been inside, Lars? No. Well, you know that it's not all funny and games.
In fact, the appointment of time for funny and games is just 2 hours per day.
2 hours? Do you know what they do to new inmates in a Scandinavian prison?
No.
They will give you an induction to a beginner's pottery class.
Beginners, but...
I can see this is no good, Saab Volvo. He is not going to cooperate. I can see he would rather rot in a tastefully appointed cell with limited views of the fjords.
No, please.
They will lock the door and throw away the key.
Well, actually, they're not using locks anymore. It's more an honor system. You come and go as you please.
Oh. Can I go now?
We would prefer
If
no.
you stayed, but it is your prerogative.
But I can go.
Well, technically, you can go, but we would like you to stay.
Yeah, I got to.
Look after yourself.
Thank you.
We almost had him.
Right through our fingers.
Big boy! We'll get to that in a second, Boggo, but firstly, the winner of Australia's next big boy has just been announced last night. Chucker beat out Ruder for the top spot. Yeah, so Chucker's here to permanently join the desk and become one of the big boys. Come on down. Yeah. Hey, turn it up.
Look at Chucker.
Get in, mate.
I'll just...
All round like a result. Oh, who's he done it?
I'll get in here.
That's my spot.
Okay,
That's my spot.
Okay.
Go, Chucker.
Here he is. Boggo's right, Chucker. There's too many boys and there's not enough desk. You're gonna have to go, mate.
All good, boys. Had a good run.
Good on you, Chucker.
Good on you, mate. Hey, give it up.
Exit's over this side.
That's right, Boggo. We'll all miss him. So why don't we take a look back on all the fond memories we had of our time with Chuck?
This is Lion's Share. After our last pitch, our judges have decided to give Carol another chance.
Thank you for seeing me again. So, I think I've cracked it this time. What unites us all as humans? We all need to drink. We all need liquid. But what do we use to hold that liquid? Can't use our hands. Slip down the sides, go through our fingers. So, what do we use?
Okay, Carol, I'm gonna stop you there. Is there a cup under that sheet? Like, have you invented the cup?
Are you going to show us what's under that sheet, Carol?
Not today, no.
Is that because there's a cup under there?
Not necessarily. Just, okay, one more go, one more go. Oh, I'll be back.
I've had the best time with all of yous, and I wish I could be mates with every single one of yous. But rules are rules. Miko?
Yeah?
I had a great time with you on the group mate date at the golf course.
Same.
Every time I had a beer, you were always there with a bottle opener. But I did catch you cheating.
How do you mean?
You did not get 2 holes in one.
I definitely did. You should have seen I was having a really...
Turn it up.
Woodsy, I also had a great time with you at the golf course. It was sick.
Bloody oath.
But you went too hard too early. And you stole that golf buggy and you smashed into Tim.
Sorry, it's all good, mate.
No, that's good.
But every group needs a loose unit. Woodsy, will you accept this rose?
Shit, yeah.
Welcome to the Bear Pack, brother.
Miko, there's a Commodore waiting for you and it's time to piss right off.
Is it a VL or a Calais or...
I'm afraid not. Stock standard, mate.
All right. Check yours.
There's only one place to get the best AFL analysis.
You got a favourite one?
A favourite what?
Favourite testicle.
They get the biggest names in footy.
You are the most disingenuous person I know.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And always leave the nation wanting more.
Did someone just yawn?
The Front Bar, Wednesday on 7 and 7+.
Make this season your best. Sports Power has the latest gear from Adidas, ASICS, Nike, New Balance, Sharon, Steeden, Gilbert and more. Head to sportspower.com.au to find your nearest store or shop online 24/7.
Selling your car? Why not sell it to me? I always urgently need to buy well-maintained pre-owned vehicles with full service history, and because I sell the most, I can pay the most. johnhughes.com.au.
Only one name that you need to know. Dunnings keeps the whole state running. Wherever you are, Dunnings behind you, shoulder to shoulder. We're working beside you. 4 generations, still going strong. Only one name that you need to know. Dunnings keeps the whole state running.
Hi, I'm Frank. I got something to share.
I have several chronic health conditions that I cope with thanks to my carer, my daughter Francois.
It can be demanding at times, as it is for all friends and family who are carers. But I'm always there for Dad because I know he needs me. And I know that Carers WA are there if I need support too. So we're here to share that help is there.
For those who care.
This is the Baileys. They're about to take another giant leap, buying their next home. Oh, it feels like a pretty big jump. When buying a home, you want to have Bankwest by your side. Don't worry.
We've got you! We're here when you need us.
First home, next home, refinancing or investing, Bankwest can help get you there. Chat with us or your broker today. Bankwest, bank less.
He's television's favourite doctor.
No extra credit will be given for statements of the obvious.
It's time to scrub in.
We need help in here. You need immediate surgery.
For the incredible new season.
That was fantastic.
New The Good Doctor. Next up on 7 and 7+.
You'll be first to know when you start with Sunrise.
Start with Sunrise!
Residents have been told to please stay inside.
Australia's heart goes out to you and the community.
Thank you guys so much.
Cue the music.
For everything you need to know every morning,
Start with Sunrise.
Years in a Colombian prison. 8 years.
Almost every day. Beaten, starved, no sunlight.
No one came. No one cared.
But we escaped, and now we're free. We're free.
Wait a minute, are you Hayden and Paul from season 3?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God. Everyone thought you were dead.
oh boy, have you been eliminated.
And now, vows.
Amanda, when I first saw you walk down the aisle, I thought, there's a woman who can get me 50,000 followers. When I first saw your eyes, your smile, and your hot rig, mate, I thought we can take on the world, smash it, and start a social media campaign marketing untested vitamins and supplements. I promise to stand by your side until one of them other brides shows me the tiniest bit of attention.
Chris, I promise to be there for you, make you laugh, and also throw wine at you.
You're sick.
I promise to always communicate my feelings, especially behind your back. I promise to persevere through the tough times or until Love Island call.
Do you, Chris, and you, Amanda, promise to endure each other for the next 4 months, as long as you are contractually obligated?
I do.
I think it'd be more like 3 months,
I
but I
do.
do. I do.
By the power vested in me in this fake TV show, I now pronounce you radio drive time host and influencer.
And Jason, what do you have for us today?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's like a yoga lid or...
May I?
Oh, yeah, no dramas. Yeah.
Thank you. Just up. And it is indeed a yoga lid. You can see here by these distinct markings. Yes?
Yeah.
Sound out, yo, go. But it is indeed the genuine article, and your suspicions are correct.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely marvelous. I can even give you an approximate age of the pot of yoga chocolate. I believe it was because of the yes.
Yeah.
And what is here? Do you see these numbers here?
Oh, yeah, what's that mean?
Yes, it is, of course, in the business known as a used by date, or occasionally here we see a best before. In the French, of course, plus point. Le plus pointé. And we can see here in the detail, not for individual sale. It was originally, of course, part of a pair. Absolutely terrific. At a guess, Jason, what would you say this was worth?
Oh, geez, probably nothing. I mean, it's just a yoga lid I found on the ground.
And a beautiful piece, as it is. I'm afraid you are correct. It is worth absolutely nothing. It is absolutely worthless. Being refuse and what have you. But what a find and what a privilege to own a piece of history.
Yeah, I like yoga.
So do I, Jason. So do I.
I've been hunting down suspects for over 20 years. Sometimes you catch them quick, sometimes it takes a little longer. But the thing about me is, I always catch my man.
Scan CCTV again. We're looking for this guy. Tracked his Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify. That is a lot of Taylor Swift.
Yes, coming for you, Barry, you little rat dog. No matter where you are, no matter what corner of the world you're hiding in, you're mine, mate. Right, we done? I've got to go find this dog.
Ready to roll? Barry's close. I can almost feel him.
The town is consumed with the latest dispatch from gossip columnist Lady Bing Lee, who has declared Daphne Fridgerton must hasten to choose a suitor before her value on the marriage market wanes.
Mother, you cannot be serious. His warranty expired a decade ago.
Always banging on about how much you want children, Daphne. So Lancelot has 2 already.
Yes, but
Hello, Fisher. Hello, Pikel. What charming children you have, Sir Lancelot. What is that smell, Mother?
It's just a gas leak, Daphne. Perfectly natural.
I would rather marry a dishwasher. There is nothing redeeming about him.
Well, not nothing. From what I hear, he has plenty of meat in his bottom drawer. If you catch my drift.
Well, we've heard the clues. Now let's hear the voice.
Yes!
Performing for the first time, it's Banana!
I love this song.
No, I love this song.
I am literally obsessed with this song.
I'm more obsessed with this song.
It's a bloody good song, yeah?
I've got goosies. I've got double goosies. I'm literally covered in goosies.
Oh, you're a bloody good song. Never forget that. Yeah.
An iconic Australian song that I've definitely heard of, and I know all of the words to. I literally want to date this song.
Let's hear it from Banana! What a voice!
Slay, right.
Judges, what did you think?
I missed it.
Once again, our judges talked over the entire performance, so they have no idea who it is. We'll try again after the break with a performance from Plastic Man! Yeah!
Enter the Gilbo. Hilarious.
Thank you.
Crazy. Join Aussie comedy greats in the outrageously funny.
Russell, if you're watching, you still owe me rent.
The best of the Russell Gilbert Show. Part 2, Wednesday, 7:30.
At Solarheart, we're proud to be leading Australia's solar charge, helping smart Aussies make a real difference to the planet, cutting their energy bills and connecting them to their smart energy future. Get smart. Get Solarheart.
The new Carolina Whopper is now at Hungry Jack's. Bacon, tangy Carolina barbecue sauce and crispy onions. Or try a Carolina Jack's fried chicken. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
Every day, Bupa helps prepare millions of Australians for life's ups, downs and up agains. Search Bupa, CanStar's outstanding value health insurance for 2022.
Summer is upon us.
Hey Google, turn on the air conditioner.
So it's time to get your aircon sorted, quality installation and repairs, or ask us about Advantage Air's smart home integration systems. arcticairbunbury.com.au.
The very best butcher in Australia is right here in your own backyard and has been since 1950. Dardanup Butchering Company invites you to enjoy MSA-graded Dardanup Valley Spring lamb and Dardanup Evertender beef every delicious day of the week. Visit Dardanup Butchering Company Superstore today, Wimbridge Road, Picton.
Taste Dardanup.
Greg! Jodie! What's it been, like 7 years?
8.
And who have we got?
Hi, Amanda.
It's good to have another look. For 2 designer pairs, no Gap should have gone to Specsavers.
He's television's favourite doctor.
No extra credit will be given for statements of the obvious.
It's time to scrub in.
We need help in here. You need immediate surgery.
For the incredible new season.
That was fantastic.
New The Good Doctor. Next up on 7 and 7+.
This program brought to you by Carers WA and Carer Gateway. Help is there for those who care.
We're at the airport, where engineers have worked tirelessly to make sure every toastie is completely devoid of taste.
All right,
let's go through the story again. You disembark at arrivals, you leave your bag unattended, then suddenly, bam, you're distracted by a beautiful woman, at which point your bag is switched out for an identical one by a person or persons unknown. Look back, woman's gone. Where is she? Vanished into thin air. You then proceed to border security, blissfully unaware of the contents of your bag. How am I doing so far? Yeah, good. You really think that's believable?
Yes, I do.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, because the publisher said it was just like derivative and boring. I would buy it, for sure.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Off you go.
Thanks.
Oh, that's... Well, I think I'll self-publish.
She had a lot of cocaine in that bag.
Oh, come back, please.
This is Murder on the Border.
Sharp, there better be a good reason for getting me up at this hour.
Sorry, Inspector. It is 3 in the morning, but a body has been found. Blunt trauma to the head.
Any witnesses?
No, everybody's in bed. It's the middle of the night.
Okay. Sub Volvo, take this down. I want Anderson, Larsen, and Carlson to talk to their whale contacts. Eriksson, Nielsen, Olsen, and Svensson talk to family friends of the victim. Gustafsson, Peterson, and Magnusson, they can go to the coroner. Olafsson, Axelsson, and Henriksson, they can handle the press. And Samuelsson, Eliasson, Hermansson, Abrahamsson, and Johansson, they can stand by. Lundqvist won't be needed. Did you get all of that?
No, none of it. My pen is out of ink.
I am very angry.
This is Lion's Share.
Oh, please don't run. Thank you, Lions, for seeing me again. Appreciate it.
And you're sure this is a new invention, Carol?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. So, okay.
There's nothing on the card, Carol.
No, forget about the card. Look at this brand new invention, holding the card, leaving my hands free to do whatever they need. So, anything you...
It's a hard no from me.
Okay, I actually did invent a cold fusion engine that would put an end to coal, and I should have started with that, and I bloody got in my head and doubted myself and started just going off script, and
Carol, we've given you 3 chances, okay? It's a no from us.
This would actually put an end to coal, you know...
Thanks anyway.
See you later.
Tonight, our instant restaurant is authentic cooked Italian food. And the judges always say to cook with love.
So, plenty of love is what they're going to get. Our style.
Sucker, Blair, what have you done? We dacked you, mate. We knew it would be polarising with the judges, but...
We love decking. Well, I think it's bold, risky, and quite sumptuous. Why am I?
After being eliminated, would I recommend going on MKR and dacking Manu? Probably not. But would I do it again? 100%. 100%.
You'll be first to know when you start with Sunrise.
Start with Sunrise!
Breaking news this hour. Residents have been told to please stay inside.
In this small town, hundreds are homeless. All of Australia's heart goes out to you and the community.
We're a tight-knit group. We're sticking together.
19 years live from our Perth College on Centre. Morning, mate.
Morning, Koshy and Nats. Good morning, Perth.
Most fun thing I have ever done. The real life Golden Girl. Thanks for beautifully done. Cue the music.
I start with Sunrise.
Start with Sunrise.
For everything you need to know every morning,
Start with Sunrise.
Know the headlines as they break. Know the stories as they happen. With 7news.com.au, know the news now.
Hello again, Rick Arden with you with the 7 News update. Australia will spend $370 billion to buy and build nuclear-propelled submarines. The AUKUS alliance is set to create jobs here in WA, where some of those subs will be housed and maintained. The state government has shot down calls for a royal commission into the Perth Mint following gold doping allegations. The share market has taken a hit today after a second bank collapsed in the US. The market jitters could put the brakes on another rate rise. And the City of Perth is the latest council to roll out e-scooters. The trial begins this weekend. Enjoy your evening here on 7.
The rental revolution, ditching big upfront bonds for as little as $36 a year on 7 News at 6 o'clock.
Did you know that most garage doors don't lock when they shut? So you could protect your garage with one of these. Or you could just get a B&D garage door, because when a B&D door is shut, it can be locked shut. Is your garage as safe as can B&D?
Good evening and welcome. Live tonight on the latest from 7 News, charting a new course. Comprehensive coverage of the AUKUS subs deal, our biggest defence project. Bye-bye Bali, the new rule being considered that's turning off tourists. Every sector sheds, our share market down from a banking collapse in California. And the concussion compo lawsuit that could cost the AFL $1 billion.
The latest from 7 News with Angela Cox.
Thank you for joining us. We are a long way off seeing champagne smashed against the side of a sub. Tonight, though, a timeline for a 3-decade journey to achieving our biggest defence project ever. A plan to buy and build nuclear-powered, not nuclear-armed submarines. A military muscle-up to strengthen our standing in an unstable region with our AUKUS partners. We'll have analysis from political editor Mark Riley, insights from defence expert Professor Peter Dean, and reaction from China. But first, if everything goes to plan, and that's a big if, here's how it should play out.
Early next decade, we'll buy at least 3 Virginia-class submarines from the United States. There's the option of purchasing an extra 2 if needed. The sale hinges on approval from Congress. The first of those boats due to arrive here in 2033 as our ageing diesel Collins-class fleet is retired.
Strengthening Australia's national security and stability in our region.
In the meantime, we'll join the UK in building the next generation AUKUS-class vessel, a British design fitted with American technology. The United Kingdom delivers the first to its Navy towards the back half of the 2030s.
Because not just are we building these submarines together, they will also be truly interoperable.
We'll build 8 of our own boats at a new shipyard in South Australia, one rolling out every 3 years from 2042. More than 8,000 workers are needed in that state alone, a total of 20,000 direct jobs nationwide.
To invest in our people, in our skills, in our infrastructure, to be part of the biggest undertaking this state has ever seen.
The cost of it all, up to $368 billion over the next 30 years. A spend the government knows is significant, but says is worth it.
This is an investment in our nation's security. It is an investment in our nation's economy, and it is an investment that we cannot afford not to make.
This year, our military personnel and civilian experts go to US and Royal Navy bases to start training. We'll see a stronger Allied presence in our waters, more frequent American visits to ports here. Brits doing the same 3 years later. From 2027, rotational deployments from American and British submarines.
Now to Mark Riley in Los Angeles. Mark, is the spend justified in your opinion?
Well, Ange, the government's response to that is that the bigger cost would be not doing it and leaving Australia exposed with an outdated submarine fleet and antiquated weapons systems in a region covered in oceans and with predator submarines out there from other nations, not naming China, but we know who they're talking about. I mean, it's a matter of priorities really for the government, and particularly for Treasurer Jim Chalmers as he now looks at how he's going to pay for this longer term. There's no doubt that defence spending is going to have to increase from the target of 2% of GDP in the short term. Mr Chalmers will find that money by redirecting the $6 billion from the axed French submarine program and ordering Defence to find another $3 billion in savings over 4 years. This is a 30-year plan, and those figures are eye-watering, somewhere between $268 billion and $368 billion over those 30 years. The government says at least it's being honest about it. Every one of these defence programs, the big ones, blows out horribly. We know that, and they're saying they're being upfront. So $100 billion difference. Where does that money come from? Here's an intriguing prospect. The Stage 3 tax cuts, which the government has been under pressure since it came to power to axe, would save the budget $254 billion over 10 years. So something like $750 billion over the 30 years, plenty to pay for the subs program and more to go back to the budget to be spent on other projects. So perhaps we'll see the government at the next election pose a question to voters, put it to them. Where do you want the money spent? Do you want it to go on nuclear-powered submarines being built over the next 30 years to ensure Australia's security in the region? Or would you like to see it to go to rich people in tax cuts they probably don't need? I think we know the answer to that. Will the government be brave enough to put the question? We'll see, Ange.
Next to our China correspondent Richard Kimber. Richard, Beijing isn't thrilled as predicted. What's been the response?
That's right. China is warning Australia and the AUKUS nations that they risk setting off an arms race with this deal. It says they're also setting back efforts on nuclear non-proliferation. It's accusing the three nations of a Cold War mentality and undermining efforts for regional peace and stability. This comes just one day after President Xi Jinping has been unanimously voted into power for a third term as president, and he's announced that he wants to ramp up defence spending on China's own military and security ambitions. He says he wants to turn the Chinese army into what he calls a Great Wall of Steel that effectively safeguards national security. So lots of bombastic rhetoric coming out of Beijing at the moment, but no clear indication of how there can be a diplomatic resolution or some form of agreement between Beijing and Australia and, of course, Washington and the UK on their very divergent security ambitions.
Indeed. OK, Richard Kimber reporting for us from Hong Kong. Thank you. Tomorrow, the Premier of South Australia is flying to the United Kingdom to visit a nuclear submarine shipyard. Peter Malinauskas has told our team at 7 News Adelaide he is striking while the iron is hot.
Well, we don't have a moment to lose. We know that this is the most complex and substantial undertaking that has ever occurred in the history of our nation, and we've got to start developing the workforce that is going to deliver on this program and this enterprise. The pipeline of work is there now. The security and the continuity of the work is there now. So we can now plan around it. Our people can start getting trained for the exercise, particularly that next generation.
And later this hour, I'll ask a security expert if it's too little, too late to fend off China. Let's turn to our other top stories now. First, the lawsuit against the AFL players suing for life-altering concussions. We saw a steep sell-off yet again on our share market off the back of the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank in the United States. The ASX 200 closed deep in the red, down 1.4%. Every sector in the firing line, tech, energy and banks suffering the worst of it. Network Finance editor Gemma Acton is here. Good evening to you, Gem. Why is our market feeling it more than Wall Street?
Well, Ange, Wall Street hasn't escaped entirely intact. It's been trending lower since March 6. But you're right, we have had it worse since then. The ASX 200 has dropped by more than 4%. The collapse of Silicon Valley Bank has triggered fears about banks in general, particularly smaller regional US banks. And their share prices have had a really rough few days. First Republic shares plunged by more than 60% yesterday. Shares in another small lender, Western Alliance, almost halved. But these banks are really insignificant in terms of the overall US share market, worth far less than 10 billion Australian dollars each. If you compare that to the Commonwealth Bank, for instance, whose market value is $161 billion. In fact, 4 out of the 6 largest listed companies in Australia are banks. So when turmoil hits the sector, it does make a sizable dent in our share market's overall performance. Now, Wall Street was also shielded from more losses thanks to a sharp scaling back of interest rate expectations in the US. Many economists had been forecasting the Fed would hike rates by 0.5% later this month. Now, since the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, those forecasts have been dialed right back, giving US share markets a slight reprieve from all these troubles. Ange.
OK, Gemma Acton, thank you. To Ned Baum now, joining us live in Brisbane, where a coroner has released new findings into the murder of a senior constable. Ned, what was revealed at the inquest?
Well, Ange, the coroner basically today said that the murder of Senior Constable Brett Fort in 2017 had all the hallmarkings of an ambush. He was on the manhunt of wanted fugitive Ricky Madison at the time. Now, the inquiry found that the Gatton police had responded to, I suppose, information they had about gunfire, automatic gunfire on a road near the property where it happened. This was prior to the shooting, but nothing actually eventuated from that. They also heard that a police stationed camera outside the property was actually discovered by Madison, only, I suppose, adding fuel to the fire of his angst against police. Now, Fort and his partner Kath Nielsen were part of this manhunt, but they've basically been said today that they were just sitting ducks for the ambush. The coroner also criticised the treatment of family following the incident. They say they have been bullied and gaslit.
Instead of revealing the truth, the motive of their investigation appears to have been to have Kath and I portrayed as vindictive or crazy.
To know that we've been believed and supported, that felt really good.
Now, 4 recommendations have come from the inquiry. Perhaps the most important is the call for all frontline officers to have a greater access to information and intelligence. Now, but to Fort's widow, Susie, she says she wants all of those recommendations to be taken on board and hopes that if they aren't done, well, she fears rather that something, well, another tragic incident may happen.
OK, thanks so much, Ned. Let's go live now to Amy Clements at Westmead Hospital in Sydney, where a baby girl is fighting for life after a car crash that killed her mum and her brother. Amy, we've heard tonight from the family. What have they said?
Well, her family have said that baby Ivy is still on life support, but they are by her bedside here at the Children's Hospital, praying that she makes it through. Her mother, 34-year-old Kat Silla, and her 2-year-old brother Kai died instantly yesterday when their car collided with a cement truck on the Hume Highway in Menangle Park in Sydney's southwest. Somehow, baby Ivy did survive and she was pulled from the wreckage of the car. Her father and, of course, other relatives are distraught tonight, but they have told 7 News that they would like to express their gratitude to everyone, strangers they don't know and first responders and everybody that was on the scene yesterday who tried to help. They've also added thank you once again and please keep baby Ivy in your prayers. They're also incredibly thankful to all of the staff, doctors, nurses here at the Children's Hospital who are working around the clock to try and save baby Ivy. But Ange, exactly what caused this tragic accident is still under investigation.
Just heartbreaking. OK, thanks so much, Amy. To mothers on a mission tonight, a second breastfeeding woman kicked out of court in Melbourne accused of being a distraction. Peter Brunel was asked to leave while nursing her baby. The judge saying the unsettled child was unfair to the jury. The former lawyer joined protesters outside, raising awareness for women's rights after a mum was ordered to go last week for the same reason. It's officially case closed tonight for AFL superfan Jeffrey Joffa Korf after prosecutors decided not to appeal his sentence for child sex assault. The former Collingwood cheer squad leader was given a suspended term after pleading guilty to abusing a teenage boy in 2004. His victim called for it to be overturned, but we've been told such a move has been ruled out. Two young sisters missing for more than 3 days have been found in Adelaide tonight. 6-year-old Indiana and 7-year-old Daniela were taken from their home. Their father and stepmother pleading for their return. The girls were believed to be with their biological mother, who was spotted this morning without them. We can confirm the girls have been returned safe and well. A handful of us have been misbehaving on motorbikes in Bali, and authorities there have had enough. So much so, tonight they're threatening to ban visitors from riding altogether. Joining me is our resident travel expert, James Wilkinson. James, lots of outrage on this. What has brought this ban on?
Sounds like a lot of chaos in the past couple of months in Bali, where we're seeing motorcycle accidents, mainly with foreigners, not Aussies, actually. A Russian and a Ukrainian, someone crashed into a local, kicked them off their bike. A few instances going on. We're seeing it on social media. And I think the governor's had enough. The governor tends to talk a lot about what goes on in Bali with tourists. There was obviously the STEX ban they were trying to put in place, which was for locals, not tourists. And they've got billboards up telling visitors what they should be wearing in Bali. So the governor's kind of had a bit of enough. But if you think about Bali, there's a lot of those small streets on the island, a lot of small roads. So if you're not used to riding through that kind of traffic, which a lot of people aren't, they're obviously getting into trouble. So it sounds like it's a handful of people, but the governor's saying we've had enough. But what the government's not doing over there, they're not building any more roads. They're building a lot more hotels and tourism destinations. So people are having to get around, and a lot of traffic around. So a lot more riders, and those who aren't used to that kind of mess are getting in trouble.
Yeah, and you look at it online, because this has caused a lot of outrage online, and a lot of people pointing out, well, actually the locals ride around with no helmets on, and they're pretty crazy as well with the road rules. So I guess, you know, it's not just the tourists. Do you think these hardline rules, like you say, the sex ban that we all knew about, like, is that going to spook people from wanting to go over and visit Bali, do you think?
I don't think so. I think this one's a bit different. I think there are people on social media saying, I won't go to Bali if I can't ride a motorbike, and that sounds a bit silly. I think a lot of people who go there, and there's a lot of Europeans back there now as well, a lot of Aussies, it's quite an expensive destination to get to at the moment because it's in such high demand. I don't think it's going to change much. I think if they start changing things like liquor laws, I think that would change things a lot. If you look at some parts of the world where you can't drink when you go to a destination, there are markets that just don't want to do that. So I think little things like this, I don't think would be a huge issue, but I think it's more for those who go there regularly. So just say you're in WA or Queensland or NT and you're a FIFO worker. A lot of people like to go on holiday in Bali or live in Bali. I think those that are regulars, it will be an issue. Those going for 4 or 5 days, I can't see it being a major problem. But yeah, those that are there all the time, I think will get annoyed by it.
So just say you really like riding your scooters. Just say it is enough, or you just don't like the government telling you what you can and can't do while you're on holidays. Tell us some of the other good beach destinations, and maybe some that are a bit cheaper to get to.
Some great spots at the moment. Hawaii at the moment for next month, right through Easter school holidays, is absolutely affordable. Big thing with Hawaii at the moment is the Japanese haven't come back. So the Japanese market's only 10% of what it was in 2019. So some of the hotel specials, all up and down Waikiki in particular, are phenomenal. Airfares getting to and from, I saw Fiji Airways the other day was $850 from Sydney back to Honolulu and back. And that was right in the middle of school holidays. Jetstar about $1,000 return. Some really great packages on offer at the moment. Otherwise, something like Urban Lake Singapore. The Singapore Airlines have been doing some great specials in the market. And I think looking at places like that, you could go to Sentosa, you can go shopping. So think of something a bit different. And closer to home, far north Queensland, again, they don't have the inbound tourists at the moment. So lots of specials in Palm Cove, Port Douglas, and even in Cairns itself. Lots of new hotels as well, lots of renovated hotels. So local, I think far north Queensland's great, but Hawaii for me is the place to be at the moment.
Well, as a far north Queensland girl, I'd say stay local, but Hawaii sounds pretty good too. Thanks so much, James.
Awesome.
Still to come this Tuesday, we'll have that AFL concussion compensation story for you, plus insights from a security expert on the AUKUS submarines deal. That's next, live on the latest from 7 News.
Boy, have we been waiting a long time for this. Listen to the crowd. Look at the excitement!
is back. Thursday night on 7 Mate.
Every day, Bupa helps prepare millions of Australians for life's ups, downs and up agains. Search Bupa, CanStar's outstanding value health insurance for 2022. Bupa, because life happens.
Life's epic. Share it. Say hello to the brand new Samsung Galaxy S23 series, now at Harvey Norman.
At Dapco Suspension and Brakes, we have a huge range of shock absorbers, leaf springs, bushes, and we are licensed GVM installers to legally increase the weight carrying capacity of many four-wheel drives.
This is Australia. This is Australia.
Colorbond, made by Australia.
At Amplithon, we believe in personalisation.
Hi, Gary.
If I'm watching TV, I'll miss my phone or the doorbell ring.
I can set you up so you can receive calls right into your hearing aid. You can even connect them to a TV and doorbell with Bluetooth.
Now I've heard everything. I'll get it.
Now I've heard everything.
Tell us about your lifestyle and we'll customise a solution just for you. Book an appointment before March 31 and enjoy special Hearing Month offers. Call 13-MY-EARS today.
Cars need new tyres. People need good value. Get 30% off Kumho tyres until the 25th of March. Call 13 13 28 or purchase in store and get your tyres fitted by the 31st of March. T's and C's apply. My Car Tyre and Auto. People first.
We all have that one-day dream. Mine is to be a happier, healthier version of myself. I've lost 15 kilos in 12 weeks. The food is delicious. My coach has been amazing. Come on, Australia. Make your one day start today.
Watch fiery deleted scenes and uncensored episodes of Kitchen Nightmares. Streaming for free on 7+. Stream big.
More now on tonight's top story, those new details on our nation's biggest ever defence project. The Prime Minister confirming a plan to buy and then build our own nuclear-powered submarines with our AUKUS partners. Let's bring in Professor Peter Dean from the United States Study Centre. Thank you for joining us, Professor. Firstly, what advantage do these subs give us?
They give us an enormous advantage. We have a conventionally classed submarine at the moment, the Collins class. It's a diesel-electric submarine, so it's restricted in its range by the amount of fuel it can carry. And to be stealthy and silent, which submarines need to be, it relies on its batteries. And of course, to charge those batteries, it often has to come to the surface to what we call snort. That's raising a snorkel, just sucking oxygen to run the diesel engines to recharge the battery. But a nuclear-powered submarine is a quantum leap in technology ahead. And given the concerning strategic circumstances we're facing now and into the future, it's a really important advent for the Australian military in order that we have a regionally superior submarine, not just now through Collins, but well into the future, into the 2030s, 2040s and 2050s. The Chinese now have the largest navy in the world. The Chinese have built 12 nuclear-powered submarines in the last 15 years, many of them nuclear armed as well. And by the time we receive our first AUKUS boat in 2042, the Chinese will be operating in excess of 70 submarines in our region. So this is a prudent and responsible move by the Australian government and by the UK and the US government as well.
There are already fears that its military rivals or surpasses America's. According to the Wall Street Journal, the People's Liberation Army now has hypersonic missiles that evade most defences, technology the US is still developing. Its attack drones can swarm to paralyse communications networks. This deal is for the next 30 years, but what about the next 5 years? Are we exposed until we start getting these subs?
Well, I think one of the things to keep in balance here is one of the reasons we're going for a nuclear-powered submarine is to maintain a regional military capability edge. Public sources will tell us that the United States submarine technology is a generation in advance of anybody else in China. And so by acquiring that, what we get is an asymmetric edge against China or any other potential adversary, where we have, while a smaller number, much more higher quality vessels and much more capable vessels. Now, this is AUKUS. When you delve into AUKUS in a bit more detail, this is actually AUKUS Pillar 1. There is actually AUKUS Pillar 2 that exists as well, and that's advanced technologies, including hypersonics that you mentioned. So not only are we doing nuclear-powered submarines, we're also investing with the United States and the United Kingdom in cybersecurity, in artificial intelligence, in quantum computing, and as you said, hypersonics.
We've heard tonight that Beijing hasn't responded favourably to this announcement. There is some concern that we could be antagonising Beijing. Do you think we are waving a red flag to the bull here?
Absolutely not. As I mentioned earlier, China has undertaken the largest military modernisation and expansion since the Second World War, and one of the largest in human history. They've done that without consulting us. They've done that without consulting any other country in the region. And if anyone's causing an arms race in the region, it is China. It is not us. It's not the United States. It's not Japan or any other country.
Okay, Professor Peter Dean, thanks so much for your time. Next to that story we had some technical troubles with earlier. A class action lawsuit against the AFL tonight. Players suing for life-altering concussions. Let's go to Rochelle Brown in Melbourne. Rochelle, what could this cost the league?
And this is a huge class action involving more than 60 former players, and it could see the AFL forced to cough up more than $1 billion in compensation if indeed it is successful. The legal battle kicked off today in the Supreme Court here in Melbourne. It's all being led by Geelong Premiership player Max Rook. He's the lead plaintiff in this case and claims that he was knocked to the received more than 30 knocks to the head during his career. 2 of those left him unconscious. Now, the case involves both former players and family members of deceased players, some of which who are claiming more than $1 million individually for pain and suffering, economic loss and, of course, medical expenses. Now, lawyers do hope that this can be resolved before it's dragged any further through the courts, but it is early days. They say that if it does proceed to trial, they will be calling on neurologists to give expert evidence. Now, this all comes just as the AFL announced its new concussion strategy today. That will include 4 full-time staff members employed specifically to tackle the concussion issue in the AFL. Ange?
Okay, thanks so much, Rochelle. Your Wednesday weather outlook is ahead, plus a refugee and her pet dog start their new lives together after quite the journey to freedom. That is next on the latest from 7 News.
Superstar and Idol judge Meghan Trainor live.
You are a superstar!
Her Australian adventure only on Sunrise.
Race into Ram's Red Hot DS 1500 Express run out for a red hot 3.99% finance rate from Ram Trucks Finance. Stock is limited, so see your Ram dealer today.
Pick deal 1, 2, or 3.
I love my Domino's jaw droppers.
From just $17. Value sublime. 2 pizzas, 2 sides. Hot delicious cheese ordered with ease. Deal 2 for me, please.
I love my Domino's jaw droppers.
Our home loan fixed rate is ending soon.
Hi guys, no need to be alarmed where the refinance is.
From Aussie.
If you need an expert to help you save on your home loan, let's talk. Thinking about part-time work? A career in home care is rewarding and offers flexibility and work-life balance. Right at Home offers training and amazing support while you make a real difference in the lives of those in your community. Visit rightathome.com.au.
Need help with your existing motor vehicle or workers' comp claim? Trust A&D Legal, experienced personal injury lawyers that care. No win, no fee, and your first consult is free. Call A&D Legal now or visit aelegal.com.au.
Community. Caring. Family. Purslow Tonetti Funerals.
Out on the patio, we'd sit, and the humidity we'd...
What am I watching?
We got 12 months of KO with our new Telstra home internet plan.
What am I watching? That's a terrible last play option. 74% of points are leaked on the left edge. It's simple. Draw the marker short side, cut out pass, and we're in.
I think that's 73%. Stand corrected.
12 months of KO from Telstra? It might just change your life. What's better than getting a fourth tyre free on Bridgestone Ecopia fuel-saving tyres? Knowing you can save fuel on every trip, so you can go with confidence. See us now at Bridgestone Select Tyre and Auto.
Wherever you live and whenever you want, Free TV brings you the best Australian television, local news, entertainment, drama and live sport. Our programming and advertising is guided by the Commercial Television Industry Code of Practice to meet community standards and help viewers make more informed choices about their viewing. A copy of the code can be found on the Free TV website, or you can write or call us for more information. Free TV, Australian, trusted, free.
What's your name?
From Stephen King
We got no records of you.
and J.J. Abrams.
How'd you get inside this prison?
The new star-studded thriller that will leave you on the edge of your seat.
I'm warning you, something bad is coming.
Castle Rock is streaming for free on 7+. Stream big.
You're taking a live look at Adelaide, where it's been a clear night for those enjoying the Fringe Festival. A bit of cloud there expected tomorrow. The forecast for the rest of the capital cities, partly cloudy for Brisbane, Sydney, Canberra, Hobart and Adelaide, overcast in Melbourne. A hot one for Perth, sunny with a top of 30 degrees. Showers and a possible thunderstorm in Darwin. And in other parts of the country, a scorcher for Alice Springs, reaching 39 degrees. A wet one for Rockhampton, sunny and hot in Broken Hill, and a partly cloudy day ahead for Launceston. Our final frame is an unbreakable bond on a journey to freedom. An Afghan refugee reunited with her pet dog after more than a year apart. Freshta Siddiqui first rescued Lucky from the streets of Kabul when she saw children pelting him with rocks. The Anatolian shepherd soon repaid her kindness with fierce loyalty, barking to protect her from the Taliban when they raided their home. Targeted for advocating women's rights, Freshta fled Afghanistan, but not before putting Lucky on a plane chartered by an animal welfare group to Vancouver. His journey was significantly easier and quicker than hers, but now finally, half a world away, they've been reunited in their new home. All the effort worth it, says Freshta, tonight's final frame. Before we go, a friendly reminder, you can stay across the latest on our social media channels. It's where you'll find each night's top stories plus special behind-the-scenes content. We're on all the big platforms. Just search for any of our handles. You can see there and give us a follow if you'd like. Thank you for your company this Tuesday from the team. That is the latest. I'm Angela Cox. Good night.
Stream 7 News anywhere, anytime, live and on demand on 7+. And with 7news.com.au, you'll know the news now.
We've always had a connection.
I'm not into you. I never have been, and I never will be.
Is he hassling you? Yeah, can you give me a lift?
You don't even know this guy. Ava! Ava! I couldn't stop her. They took off.
Help. I'm scared I can't get away. This man has done something to her. He's a dead man.
Home and Away, weeknights on 7 and 7+.
Mates Mode, the better way to chat, share and bet together. Ladbroke it, together.
Did you know that most garage doors don't lock when they shut? So you could protect your garage with one of these. Or you could just get a B&D garage door, because when a B&D door is shut, it can be locked shut. Is your garage as safe as can B&D?
This is Greg. He saved $297 when he switched his car insurance to Yui.
I was gobsmacked. I saved $297. That was unbelievable.
Why not give Yui a try? Maybe you'll save like Greg did. Yui, you insured.
This is Australia. This is Australia.
Colorbond, made by Australia.
At Qantas, we're proud to support regional communities. This year, we're offering $2 million in support with Qantas regional grants so organisations can provide a direct benefit to your community. Apply now at qantas.com/regional grants.
Every day, Bupa helps prepare millions of Australians for life's ups, downs, and up agains. Search Bupa, CanStar's outstanding value health insurance for 2022.
When you need to know about the things that matter in your town, your community, when you need more local news.
Miss Metham says local elders and women are crying out for help.
More local weather. There's only one place for local news. 7 News, the voice of regional WA, weeknights at 5:30.
This program brought to you by Electrodry for clean, soft, hygienic carpet and upholstery.
You need Electrodry. Try Electrodry.
1557 hours.
First, when there's nothing but a slow glowing dream.
Boy, have we been waiting a long time for this.
What I'm feeling.
Listen to the crowd. Look at the excitement. Well, if that doesn't give you goosebumps, nothing will. And that looks pretty damn good. That is unbelievable.
The footy is back. Thursday night on 7 Mate.
For life's little moments, there is no substitute.
Take racing to the next level with a same race multi. Select 2 to 4 runners to finish inside the top 4 in the same race. The more runners in your bet, the bigger the odds. Take it to the next level.
You win some, you lose more. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we have big brands and bigger deals. Buy 3, get the 4th tyre free. Plus, up to $150 instant cashback on big tyre brands like BF Goodrich. All with our best tyre price guarantee.
Every minute and a half, someone joins Australian Super, a fund with long-term top performance. Why?
For the low fees.
Join today and make the most of your super. It's Australian, it's super, and it's yours.
Matino Complete Herbicide from Bayer is a powerful solution to problematic grass and broadleaf weeds in wheat and barley. The complete package in weed control is here.
This is Australia. This is Australia.
Colorbond, made by Australia.
Pick deal 1, 2, or 3.
I love my Domino's jaw droppers.
From just $17, value sublime. 2 pizzas, 2 sides, hot delicious cheese, order with ease. Deal 2 for me, please.
I love my Domino's jaw droppers.
I wasn't saying you've got weird wheels. I just don't think yellow's a very flattering colour on you.
You're digging yourself a hole there, mate.
Yeah, I tend to do that. Mitre 10, the other hardware store.
Cars need new tyres. People need good value. Get 30% off Kumho tyres until the 25th of March. Call 13 13 28 or purchase in store and get your tyres fitted by the 31st of March. T's and C's apply. My Car Tyre and Auto. People first.
We all have that one-day dream. Mine is to be a happier, healthier version of myself. I've lost 15 kilos in 12 weeks. The food is delicious. My coach has been amazing. Come on, Australia, make your one day start today.
There's only one place to get the best AFL analysis.
You got a favourite one?
A favourite what?
Favourite testing.
The Front Bar, Wednesday.